The late-night talk show circuit has long been a bastion of humor, satire, and political commentary. But every so often, a host delivers a monologue that transcends entertainment and resonates on a deeper cultural level. That's precisely what happened when Jimmy Kimmel, the seasoned and sharp-witted host of Jimmy Kimmel Live, took to the stage and unleashed a scathing takedown of President-elect Donald Trump and Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. The moment was a masterclass in biting satire, with Kimmel wielding his comedic chops to dissect the political absurdities surrounding these two polarizing figures. Before we start, hit the like and subscribe buttons for more exclusive news. Kimmel's performance was more than a monologue, it was a social critique wrapped in humor. Without relying on direct quotes, the monologue painted a vivid picture of the chaos, contradictions, and controversies that have defined Trump and Greene's political personas. He masterfully walked the line between humor and sharp criticism, using his platform to lay bare the implications of their rise to power. By blending humor with an unflinching critique of their rhetoric and actions, Kimmel's segment served as a cultural barometer, capturing the exasperation many Americans feel about the state of modern politics. The timing of the segment couldn't have been more significant. Kimmel's critique came just days after Trump's stunning victory in the presidential election, a development that had sent shockwaves through the nation. With political pundits scrambling to make sense of how Trump managed to regain the presidency, Kimmel approached the situation from a different angle, pointing out the spectacle and contradictions that have always been a hallmark of Trump's political career. Marjorie Taylor Greene, as one of Trump's most vocal allies, found herself squarely in Kimmel's comedic crosshairs, her controversial statements and divisive tactics serving as prime material for his satirical dissection. The monologue highlighted how Trump's rhetoric continues to polarize the nation, emphasizing his uncanny ability to galvanize his base with a mixture of bravado, grievance politics, and showmanship. Kimmel deftly explored the implications of this dynamic, questioning what Trump's renewed political prominence means for the country's democratic norms and social fabric. Without delving into the minutiae of policy, the monologue underscored the performative nature of Trump's politics, juxtaposing it against the very real challenges the nation faces. By doing so, Kimmel invited his audience to consider the consequences of prioritizing spectacle over substance in the political arena. Marjorie Taylor Greene's role in this unfolding political drama was another focal point of Kimmel's critique. As a staunch supporter of Trump and a purveyor of far-right conspiracies, Greene has become a lightning rod for controversy. Kimmel zeroed in on her incendiary rhetoric, questioning the impact of her presence in Congress on the integrity of American governance. Through sharp wit and clever analogies, he explored how figures like Greene thrive in a political climate dominated by sensationalism and hyper-partisanship. By dissecting her public persona, Kimmel illuminated the broader cultural forces that enable figures like Greene to gain influence, raising concerns about the erosion of civility and reasoned discourse in public life. Kimmel's segment was particularly impactful because it didn't merely lampoon Trump and Greene as individuals, it critiqued the systems and cultural dynamics that have propelled them to prominence. He painted a picture of a political landscape where outrage has become currency, where the most controversial figures command the most attention, and where the line between entertainment and governance has blurred to a disconcerting degree. By exposing the absurdity of this dynamic, Kimmel's monologue urged viewers to reflect on their own role in perpetuating a media ecosystem that prioritizes spectacle over substance. The segment also offered a sobering reminder of the stakes involved in this new political chapter. Kimmel's commentary made it clear that Trump's return to power is not merely a continuation of past controversies, but a harbinger of deeper divisions and potential challenges to democratic institutions. His critique extended beyond Trump and Greene to the broader political establishment, questioning how both major parties have contributed to the current state of affairs. By holding a mirror to the political landscape, Kimmel's monologue called for greater accountability and a renewed commitment to the principles of democracy and civil discourse. Kimmel's audience was left not just laughing but also thinking, a hallmark of effective satire. His ability to weave humor with serious social commentary elevated the segment beyond the typical late-night fare, transforming it into a cultural moment that resonated far beyond the confines of the studio. The monologue's viral reception on social media underscored its impact, with clips circulating widely and sparking heated discussions about the state of American politics and the role of media in shaping public perception. What made Kimmel's takedown particularly compelling was its nuanced approach. Rather than relying solely on mockery, he used humor as a vehicle for critical analysis, unpacking the contradictions and implications of Trump and Greene's political ascent. By juxtaposing their public personas with the realities of governance, Kimmel highlighted the dissonance between their rhetoric and the challenges facing the nation. This approach allowed him to connect with viewers across the political spectrum, inviting both laughter and introspection. The monologue also served as a rallying cry for those disillusioned by the current political climate. Kimmel's critique of Trump and Greene tapped into a broader sense of frustration and fatigue, resonating with viewers who feel disheartened by the state of political discourse. Through humor, he provided a cathartic outlet for these emotions, reminding his audience of the power of satire to challenge authority and hold leaders accountable. His commentary underscored the importance of staying engaged and vigilant, even in the face of disillusionment, and of using one's platform to advocate for change. Kimmel's segment was a stark reminder of the power of late-night comedy to shape public discourse and influence the cultural zeitgeist. In an era where traditional media often struggles to keep up with the rapid pace of political developments, comedians like Kimmel have emerged as influential voices, offering sharp critiques and incisive analysis through the lens of humor. By addressing complex political issues in an accessible and engaging manner, Kimmel demonstrated the unique ability of comedy to cut through the noise and spark meaningful conversations about the future of the country. The implications of Kimmel's critique extend far beyond the confines of his show. His monologue highlighted the need for a more informed and engaged citizenry, capable of critically evaluating the rhetoric and actions of their leaders. By exposing the contradictions and absurdities of Trump and Greene's political personas, Kimmel challenged his audience to look beyond the surface and consider the deeper implications of their rise to power. In doing so, he underscored the importance of holding leaders accountable, not just for their words, but for the impact of their policies and actions on the lives of ordinary Americans. Kimmel's segment was a testament to the enduring power of satire as a tool for social and political critique. By leveraging his platform to take on two of the most polarizing figures in American politics, he reaffirmed the role of comedy in challenging authority and sparking meaningful dialogue. His monologue was not just a critique of Trump and Greene, but a call to action for viewers to engage more deeply with the issues facing the nation and to demand better from their leaders. Through humor and insight, Kimmel reminded his audience of the power of collective action and the importance of remaining vigilant in the face of political and cultural upheaval. As the nation grapples with the implications of Trump's return to power and the continued influence of figures like Greene, Kimmel's monologue stands as a powerful example of the role of media and entertainment in shaping public discourse. By confronting the absurdities and contradictions of the current political climate with wit and clarity, Kimmel provided a much-needed dose of perspective and levity, offering viewers a moment of both reflection and reprieve. In a time of uncertainty and division, his segment was a reminder of the importance of humor, critical thinking, and the collective pursuit of a more just and equitable society. Jimmy Kimmel's fiery monologue stood as a moment of defiant clarity in the cacophony of political discourse, skillfully bridging humor with the gravity of political realities. It wasn't just an exercise in entertainment, it was a direct challenge to complacency and the normalization of political absurdity. By shedding light on the paradoxes and performative nature of Trump's resurgence and Greene's inflammatory rhetoric, Kimmel encouraged his viewers to recognize the broader cultural forces at play. His words served as a call to resist the allure of sensationalism, urging Americans to prioritize accountability, civic responsibility, and the defense of democratic principles. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, could you leave your comments below and tell us? What are your thoughts on Jimmy Kimmel's remarks about Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene? We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching and see you next time.